Hey, it seems that now we can easily protect our music from AI by poisoning it, so it becomes more difficult to train AI datasets with our songs. And I mean easy as in paying $20 per year, kind of easy. But still, it looks like a small price compared to the amount of processing power and time you will need if you want to do it by yourself. I mean, there's a video by Ben Jordan that was published like 7 months ago where he experimented by different ways of poisoning music, so it distorts like the results that you can get with AI, like when you want to extend a song or you want it to recognize your style or whatever. Basically, I'm super simplified, so correct me if I'm wrong, but with this process you can poison your music by adding some sort of noise that humans can't hear, but that the training dataset program will identify. That way the machine is going to have a hard time trying to categorize the music, and that's going to mess up with, well, the dataset that it's building. But as I mentioned, and as Ben Jordan shows, this takes a lot of power, resources, and time to do it. Still, it got me excited because that means that if you use this kind of poisoning, your listeners are going to still listen to your music, and on the other hand, you're not only going to defend against illegal and unethical AI training, but also if they do use your music, you will probably mess a little bit with their training programs. Now, of course, that works only if a lot of people use this kind of thing. Ben mentions that he spoke to some distributors to make this happen more easily for all of us, but 7 months later, we don't have any news from him. But then I got an ad for a service called Poisonpill, which promises something similar. Invisible protection against AI training. Poisonpill uses multiple AI model attacks, including adversarial noise algorithms, to give musicians a way to protect your work. Maybe it should say their work, I'm not sure. We apply multiple invisible adversarial techniques to audio files to disrupt unauthorized model training so you can take back control over AI. That's what they promise. These attacks are what are going to change your music, but in a way that's not perceptible by humans. So your song is going to still sound the same, but it's going to be more difficult for AI to catalog it. Now, they don't have any idea that I'm working on this video because I want to go blind on it. But anyway, they are not making a lot of noise right now, even if they are paying at least Reddit for an app. So in a way, I want to check if this works as it promises. Now, as you can see, it has 3 different prices. The cheaper one is $3 and lets you poison up to 10 songs per month. The idea is that you poison a track, you download it as a WAV file, and you then upload that WAV file to your distributor or streaming platform and anywhere else you want. It has a free trial, you still have to put your card information there, but I used the trial to test all of this, and the cancellation works, so you won't be charged anything if you just want to test it for 7 days. Now, I think that influenced by Ben Jordan's video, I had too high of expectations, and I thought that maybe I can poison a small loop and then try to extend it with AI, so then the extension will be nothing like the real thing. For instance, this small rock kind of loop. But then I uploaded to Suno and I got something that was similar to the original, especially with those drums and that intro.
City sleeps a concrete dream.
Now, the original non-poison track continued to be rock, but then the poison one was pop.
City sleeps a concrete.
I don't know if that's just because Suno randomly generates on a different genre if you don't input anything on the prompt, but that's that. The thing is, it's still identifying the song. I tried also with a synthwave track, and it reproduces the song exactly as it sounds, maybe with different kind of synthesizers and drums, but it's still the same. So it's not like the Poison will make it impossible to work on with AI. Of course, I felt a little bit disappointed, but as I don't have knowledge on how this works, I got in contact with them and they kindly answered me explaining how it works. Thing is, it's right there on the description and on the poisoning process. The way it works is that it will change the way it's going to be classified for dataset training. I mean, you can see right here that the synthwave track that I built with loops to make sure that I'm not go experimental is identified as an electronic, chill out, soul, dance, and ambient kind of track, which is weird because of course it's sine wave, but I don't know if that's part of the dataset. But anyway, after the attack, it changes to soul, funk, 70s, pop, and female vocalist, which is interesting because it doesn't have any vocals. But with this, the thing is, the training of the AI model is going to have a harder time identifying it and is going to misuse it, effectively poisoning the training. That's why it doesn't work when you use it on Suno directly, because Suno will identify the audio. It works for the training of platforms like Suno, Udio, or anything else. So it's like a safe measure for your track to not be used for training. Still, what makes me curious is that the identification of the original sound is not too good. I mean, at least for my ears, this is rock. I'm not crazy, right? But here on the dashboard, you can see that this same loop or the same part of a song was identified as electronic on the bass line, electronica, instrumental, and jazz. And after the attack, it's blues, rock, classic rock, guitar, hard rock. And that's worrisome unless I'm not understanding something. Again, feel free to tell me in the comments. But it's like this made the track be better for classification. Am I that bad making rock? Still, I don't know how it works, and they state that they are improving their system over time. But anyway, the aim of this video is not to tell you if this service is worth it or not. I want this service to work, and I find it fantastic that we're starting to see services like this popping up. I hope Poisonpill gets better over time because I'm all for protecting my music against AI. So the invitation is that you try it, because probably you know more than me in this matter. But well, again, this is not a sponsored video. I'm just excited to know that we are getting services like this. I want them to get better. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and bye bye.